Hello children, welcome you to this session in physics from the chapter Gravitation. Let us continue the numericals on the equations of motion related to freely falling objects, and also let us go through the homework questions and the answers. Equations of motion for a freely falling object, as we know, are V is equal to U plus GT, H is equal to UT plus half GT square, 2GH is equal to V square minus U square, where U is the initial velocity, V is the final velocity, H is the height, G is the acceleration due to gravity, and T is the time. A ball is thrown up vertically, returns through the thrower after 6 seconds. So what we have to find? We have to find the velocity with which it was thrown up, the maximum height it reaches, and its position after 4 seconds. So children, you can see that the ball or the object here, it is a ball, it is thrown up and it reaches to the highest point and it comes back to the same point. And the total time it takes is 6 seconds. So we know that time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So the time that the object or the ball takes to reach the top, how will we get that? That is, it is 6 seconds by 2, that is, we get it as 3 seconds. Hope you understand that, because the time that is taken by the object to go from the ground to the maximum height is the time of ascent, and that is equal to the time of descent. So total time is given as 6 seconds, and when we divide it by 2, we'll get the time that is taken by the ball to reach the top, 3 seconds. Now when we know that the final velocity of an object which is thrown up will be 0, that is V is equal to 0. Acceleration due to gravity is taken as negative 9.8 meter per second square. So what is initial velocity? How to calculate? From the equation, that is V is equal to U plus GT, we can rearrange and we get the equation U is equal to V minus GT, and when we put the value of G as negative 9.8 and we substitute and give the value of T as 3 seconds, we get our answer, that is U as 29.4 meter per second. Now second is we have to calculate the maximum height the ball reaches using this equation. We know that 2GH is equal to V square minus U square. So from that, H will be equal to V square minus U square by 2G, and we give the values, that is V is 0. Since the object is going up or thrown up, U is 0, V is 0. Then the value of U, what we found, we are substituting here, that is 29.4 the whole square. Divide by 2 into negative 9.8 and we get the answer as 44.1 meter. Now let us look the third part of the question. Same question. Its position after 4 seconds. We know, children, that the ball which was thrown vertically upwards reached the thrower after 6 seconds. So after 3 seconds, where was the ball? The ball was at the maximum height. The time that was taken by the ball to reach the maximum height is 3 seconds. So what we have to calculate? We have to find out the position of the ball after 4 seconds. So after 4 seconds, how much is how far is the ball from the ground? That is the one we have to calculate. So after 3 seconds, the ball is at the maximum height, and the next second, as we know, we can think that the object is undergoing free fall. So first let us calculate the distance that is covered by the ball in this 1 second. Then what we are going to do? From the maximum height, we are going to subtract this particular distance that the ball covers in 1 second, and hence we get the distance of the ball from the ground. Hence we can calculate this particular height. So let us do. So when the object is undergoing free fall, that means in the 1 second, next 1 second during its free fall, the initial velocity will be 0 because the object is falling down. Time is 1 second. G, the value will be positive 9.8 meter per second square. Using the equation h is equal to ut plus half gt square, substitute, that is u is 0, so that quantity becomes 0 there, first term. Then half into 9.8 into 1 square, we get our answer as 4.9 meter. Now we are going to subtract, that is the maximum height or from the ground, that is 44.1 minus 4.9. So we get the answer 39.2. So the ball after 4 seconds is 39.2 meter above the ground. So hope you understood it. Next question. A stone is allowed to fall from the top of a tower 100 meter high, and at the same time another stone is projected vertically upwards from the ground with a velocity of 25 meter per second. Calculate when and where the two stones will meet. So children, let us assume that according to the question, we know a stone is falling down, at the same time a stone is projected upwards. So let us assume that the two stones are meeting at a height h from the ground. So if the stone 2 is covering a distance h upward, that means the stone 1 covers a distance of 100 minus h. Why? Because we know that the height of the tower is 100 meters. Hope you understand. So let us now try to solve. So here for stone 1, since it is undergoing free fall, the u1 or initial velocity is 0. For our calculation, the acceleration due to gravity is taken as 10 meter per second square. For stone 2, we know the velocity that is given, initial velocity with which the thrown is thrown upward, that is 25 meter per second. So here u2 is 25 meter per second, and g, since the object is going upward, it is taken negative 10 meter per second square. Now let us do the first part. So let the two stones meet at a height h above the ground. At this point, let us assume stone 1 covers a distance 100 minus h. G is 10 meter per second square. Initial velocity of stone 1 u1 is 0. So according to the equation, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. Here for stone 1 we have taken the initial velocity as u1. It's noted here as u1. Now let us substitute h or height, that is, or the distance that is covered by the stone 1 when it is undergoing free fall is 100 minus h. So in the place of h we are writing 100 minus h is equal to u1 is 0 plus half gt square, and since 0, that term goes, so half into g value is 10. So finally we get our equation as 100 minus h is equal to 5 square. So this is our equation 1. So children, we are continuing the same question. Let us try to form an equation for the stone 2. Stone 2 covers a distance h as we discussed. G is negative 10 meter per second square. The velocity with which it is thrown, that is u2, is 25 meter per second. So according to the equation, h is equal to u2t plus half gt square. H is equal to 25t plus half into negative 10t square. So here we get the equation as this 2 and minus 10 gets cancelled. So we get h is equal to 25t minus 5t square. This is our equation 2. Now we are going to substitute equation 2 in equation 1 so that we get the value of t. So which is our equation 1? 100 minus h is equal to 5t square. This is our equation 1. So here in the place of h, we are going to put this value for h that we got in equation 2. So 100 minus 25t minus 5t square in brackets is equal to 5t square. So we are going to multiply this negative sign inside, that is 100 minus 25t minus and minus plus 5t square is equal to 5t square. So when you modify this equation, this simple equation, you get 100 minus 25t is equal to 0. This 5t square comes on the right hand side and hence it becomes 0. So 100 is equal to 25t, or t is equal to 100 by 25, that is 4 seconds. So what do we understand? That the stones meet after 4 seconds, they are thrown. Now we have to find out the height, its height from the ground. So for that, let us substitute this particular value of t in any of these equations. So let us substitute the value in this equation, that is h is equal to 25t minus 5t square. So here h is equal to 25 into 4 minus 5 into 4 square. So we get 100 minus 80, that is equal to 20 meter. So the two stones meet at 20 meter above the ground. So this is a little complicated one, but hope you will understand it. As third question, we have calculate the force of gravitation between the earth and the sun, given that the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram and of sun 2 into 10 raised to 30 kilogram. The average distance between the two is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter. So children, this numerical is familiar to you. We have done it. The numerical related to universal law of gravitation. So the mass of the earth is taken as m1, that is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Mass of the sun is taken as m2, 2 into 10 raised to 30 kilogram. Distance small d is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter. And the value of capital G we know. And when we substitute these values in the equation, F is equal to G m1 m2 by d square. After the calculation, what is the answer? The answer that we get is 3.56 into 10 raised to 22 Newton. So do it and check your answer. Children, now let us discuss the homework questions that were given to you in the last two numerical sessions. In video 3, the question that was given was the gravitational force between two objects is 6 Newton. Find the new gravitational force between the objects when the first question, if the distance between the two objects is doubled. Second, if the distance between the two objects are halved. Third, if the mass of one of the object is doubled. So let us go through. First, if the distance between the two objects is doubled, we know that the force will become 1/4 of the original force. So here they have given F or the force as 6 Newton. So you can see F dash is 1/4 of 6 Newton, that is 1.5 Newton. Second, when the distance between the two objects is halved, force becomes 4 times of the original. So F dash becomes 4 times of the original, that is the part, and we know the force that is given here is 6 Newton. So 4 into 6 will be 24 Newton. If mass of one of the object is doubled, so when mass of one of the object is doubled, force also gets doubled. So the new force will be 2 times the original force. So the original force is given as 6 Newton. So 2 into 6 will be 12 Newton. So hope you got the answer as the same. The homework question that was given in your previous module. A car falls off a ledge and drops to the ground in 0.5 second. Let G is 10 meter per second square. Questions: what is the speed on striking the ground? What is its average speed during the 0.5 second? How high is the ledge from the ground? So time is given as 0.5 second. Initial velocity, we know when an object is dropped, here the car falls off. So initial velocity is 0. Acceleration due to gravity is positive. It's already given, that is 10 meter per second square. So first let us calculate the speed. Speed on striking the ground means here it is the final velocity. So v is equal to u plus gt. In that equation we give the values, that is u is 0, g is 10, t is 0.5, and hence we get 5 meter per second as the speed, or it's as the final velocity of the object on striking the ground. Now to calculate the average speed, we have to take the distance by time. So distance is not given here, so we have to calculate h using the equation ut plus half gt square. So since u is 0, ut becomes 0, and half into g the value is 10. So when we do that, we get the value of h as 1.25 meter. So the average speed is distance by time. So 1.25 by 0.5, we get the answer as 2.5 meter per second as the average speed during that time, that is 0.5 second. Now how high is the ledge from the ground? That already we have calculated, because the height of the ledge would be equal to the distance that is travelled by the car in its downward motion. So the height of the ledge is 1.25 meter from the ground. Children, the second homework question. An object is thrown vertically upwards and rises to a height of 10 meter. Calculate the velocity with which the object was thrown upwards, the time taken by the object to reach the highest point. So here we have h as 10 meter. Since the object is thrown vertically upwards, the final velocity v is 0. We have to calculate the initial velocity u. So using the third equation of motion, that is 2gh is equal to v square minus u square, we are putting the values. So 2 into negative 9.8 into 10 is equal to 0 square minus u square. Here since the object is going up, the g value we have taken as negative 9.8. So when we multiply, we get negative 196 is equal to negative u square, or u is equal to root of 196. So initial velocity, the root of 196, we get it as 14 meter per second. Next, the time taken by the object to reach the highest point. That we can calculate using the equation v is equal to u plus gt. So when we substitute the value of u as 14, g as negative 9.8, we get the value of t as 1.43 second. So with this, we come to the end of this particular module. So all the questions discussed here has to be done in the notebook. So thank you children, stay safe.